His name is in that shit.
No, that movie is awesome if it was called Blood Cabin.
Right. Something completely, absolutely unrelated.
When I watched that movie, I was just like, let me...
The movie was garbage. It starts off as like, Daddy, what's going on? It's like, baby, I'm sorry. It's like, no one fucking talks like that.
No one talks like that, but no one talked like anyone talked in Evil Dead 1 or 2. Or
but it's funny.
It's funny. You're not.
This movie's not. It's nothing.
It's what I would call joyless.
Yeah. It was
joyless.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
There's a lot of joy.
There's no levity. There's no peace.
Man of Steel is joyless.
Yeah.
No joy.
Oh no.
He had. So.
And the fact that I saw.
That's why people didn't like it, because it was joyless.
Dude, it had a Nolan name in it, and that bothered me. When I saw the credits and I saw Nolan, I was like, you were part of this fucking debacle?
Yeah.
Superman is a character that inspires nothing but joy and hope, and then you make a movie.
Hey, Papa Kent, the fucking like pinnacle of morality to America. You look like you have something to say. Do you? Hey, well, Clark, I don't know. Should you have saved that bus full of children?
No.
Maybe not.
Meanwhile, let me go die saving the dog. Bye.
For no reason. Oh.
Yeah. No.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. That movie's already like 2 years old, isn't it?
And it's shit.
You know when you're watching, or when you're fucking watching Dragon Ball and you're seeing like Goku fight the bad guy and they're killing everyone because of how insane the fight is and cities are blowing up and you're like, oh, they're just going to wish them back with the Dragon Balls after, it's fine. Yeah. This is that in the Superman movie where everyone's getting murdered, the entire town is getting leveled, and it's like, oh, but no, Superman's okay with that?
Yeah.
He struggles to deal with the one family.
There was like, don't save the kids in the bus, cry when the kids push you down. Yeah. Now here's an hour of exploding silos and 7-Elevens.
There's parts where he like flat out could bring the fight. But he doesn't.
No, he could have thrown him up in the air and we could have fought up in here in the stratosphere like Goku does sometimes at least.
Wait, we should stop talking about Superman because everyone's already talked about this to death.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I've never even seen this
and
shit.
we don't want to.
Superman, we're like super.
Date this.
No, it's fine because
Well, we've already done. That was so patronizing, you dick. The way you looked at me, it was so patronizing.
I wasn't even looking directly in your eyes, I am right now, but I was kind of looking at the chair behind you.
I know, you were looking at behind me like I'm not even important, so I got a double patronizing.
it's cool because we got like 3 hours or something, don't we?
We're doing pretty good.
I don't want to date this. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
We're over at 43. We're past 2.
Matt jacking off over Donatello's dead body is his favorite Ninja Turtle. That's
Why you gotta hit on Donatello?
this motherfucker won't leave me alone. It's the worst.
He goes like, I love.
I bet you love Donatello.
He's the fucking best.
He goes, I love Donatello. I'm like, yeah, you love dead characters that don't matter anymore because they killed Donatello off in the comics.
Yeah, we heard that.
Oh,
but
really?
that was a while ago. I thought they were gonna bring him back like Brian from Family Guy.
Sure, but that was a while ago that we talked about this.
It's Donatello.
How many people do you think got
Anyway,
tattoos of R.I.P. Donatello? R.I.P. Don.
Is Donatello the
You just compare Family Guy to Ninja Turtles, man.
Brian Griffin.
I want more wasabi, please.
Is Donatello the purple one?
Donatello's
That's
purple
why
one.
you Jurassic Park.
The purple one.
It's not why.
Shut
Help,
up,
man.
I didn't watch
that bullshit.
He does robots like Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh, he does machines.
Machines, my bad.
The answer that I give, like when someone asks me, is Raphael, of course.
Everyone,
But deep down, it's actually Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Those are the toys that people bought. No one bought Donnie. I understand. That's fine.
No one bought Leo.
More
More
for
people
me.
bought
Donatello
than Leo.
I want
Leo
to be
gets a
Raphael,
You know what?
but life makes me be Leonardo.
It goes Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo. Doesn't even exist. You can go home and go blow guys wherever the fuck
You guys make me be Leonardo. But I gotta fucking call you guys and ask you why your fucking cell phones aren't working.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Because we are spirit animals.
Yeah, I don't want to be Leonardo. I don't want to have to know.
People like Bebop and Rocksteady better than Leo.
I have swords in my hands, but I only kick people.
That's not.
Get hype, everybody.
Shut the fuck up. Because that's not his fault. That's cartoon regulation.
That's right.
You know
It's
that.
worse. It's
Anyway,
worse.
we did a week of Ninja Turtle games, and there's 4 of us. So I asked a really nice animator. Like we have several that are in like my Rolodex.
Right.
Ninja Turtle games?
Ninja Turtle games. So we play NES Ninja Turtles. We play,
Can I interrupt you there and say that Donnie was probably the best in all of them? But continue.
Yeah, no, you're not even wrong. But because of our personalities, he likes Donatello. So of course he's Donatello. And Liam is the youngest member of our crew.
So he's Raphael?
So he's Michelangelo.
Oh, Mike, okay.
And Pat,
Youngest man.
and Pat, another guy, he's like, I have anger issues because, fuck my childhood, whatever. He's Raphael. So just by
Default.
numbers, I'm Leonardo.
De facto.
And I never liked Leonardo. I didn't hate him, but I never liked him.
Right.
But I was just kind of saddled with him, and they made me Leonardo. So that's why I needed to hold your hand there.
Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle is a heavy-ass question, man. You gotta know the weight when you ask that.
Michelangelo.
The most
runner-up.
famous
Donatello.
Renaissance artist was the worst turtle.
Yeah.
Sorry?
The most famous Renaissance artist was the worst turtle.
I think we're
That's the
Most, yes, okay, sure.
I think
Took me a second.
we're sandbagging Venus de Milo and her turtle titties, though.
Yeah.
I really
Is
think
anyone-
we need
anyone?
to make.
What's that?
There's a fifth
What?
turtle that showed up on the TV show.
I don't believe you.
There was a Fox TV show, Fox Kids.
Live action.
So already I don't
Live
believe
action.
And they're like,
With the
Ninja
female
Turtles
turtle.
is not enough. That's too old and fucking dated. We need to update this shit, says Paul Marketing. Let's get the girl turtle in there who's Venus de Milo with light blue, and her shell humps are like shaped like turtle titties.
Because that's what turtles have.
How does her weapon?
Yeah, because they give milk and all that. It's
How the fuck
great.
did she sleep on her front? That's bullshit.
Well, let us really accurately paint you the picture here. The turtles have that front part, that softer part of the shell, the four segmented parts, and their belt goes in the middle.
Right.
This girl has these lumps, these lovely turtle
Do you
lumps.
know how fucking
And-
sexist this is, though?
Yes.
You have a character named after an art piece by a male artist.
Not a female artist.
These
Right.
the receptacles of which breasts would work are blocked because there's a turtle shell over them, making them literally the most useless part.
I know, I'm just saying, if you're gonna go out of your way to make a female turtle, make a female artist.
You'd have to get like
you
a
don't
chisel to get
Yeah.
to the nipple.
Yeah.
What's her name? The unibrow.
April
O'Neil.
Frida,
Freda, right.
Freda.
You make fucking turtle named Freda. There you go.
But Splinter never had that book in the
But she's the
sewers.
only person with the unibrow. Jesus Christ! I asked him one question. I said, "What's your favorite turtle?" You can tell so much from somebody. But the favorite turtle, I don't want to get into a full-blown argument about Ninja Turtles, Mick.
You're very surface level then.
But you understand what I'm
goes
saying?
deeper.
Like, how the fuck would you? They're all artists. It's like it doesn't thematically even. Who pitched that shit? Who sat in a room with producers and everyone's like, "Oh yes, good, yes."
I don't remember what her weapon was. Probably a pot or pan.
The fucking weapon was Tumblr or the internet, or no, actually no, you're right.
Yeah.
Or it was a rolling pin. Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah.
If you recall, the turtles have a
Tampons,
band.
nunchuck tampons.
The flying turtle man?
The turtles had a van that I would always assume Donatello made out of scrap and
Party wagon.
and the party wagon, and he would make it out of scrap and an old crusted van that hobos had a soup kitchen in, what have you. And then in this new live action show with these turtle titties running around, Donatello straight up, I believe Michelangelo just straight up has a Hummer, like a $100,000 vehicle. He just finds a Hummer,
Like an H3?
and broadcasts his own radio station through it. I don't know where the signal's coming from, but let's just say that this show was wacky and took some liberties. That's all you need to. It's called Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation.
The next mutation.
The Next Mutation.
Mutation seems kind of accurate when you think about it. It's like a mutant.
You can't argue
the
that.
original.
The only thing I was gonna finish off Ninja Turtles is the Nickelodeon CG Ninja Turtle cartoon.
Yeah.
It's a very solid, awesome thing that actually does some steps into making some of the lesser turtles a little bit more interesting. Like Leonardo always watches a TV show that's a Star Trek type show, off-brand Star Trek, and he looks at how the Captain Kirk conducts himself.
Deals with the team.
And goes, I should do that.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I've ever seen one go, let's actually give Leonardo something.
Nah,
Right.
he's still a bitch. He's still a giant.
You're not even wrong, but I'm saying that there's the possibility of it.
But yeah, dude, you could have went with, who's your favorite Power Ranger? Who's your favorite?
That's nothing.
Who's
That's
your-
a nothing
I know.
question.
The White Ranger, the Green Ranger, those are good choices.
Well,
right
it's,
there.
it's always like green
Kimberly
up until the
is-
season where white shows up and then white,
Yeah,
like.
exactly.
Who died? Asian girl died in a car.
I got a real question.
Yellow.
I got a real question
Who's
for
your
all
favorite
you
Sex in the City horse?
bitches. Are you ready?
Yellow Ranger,
Who's your favorite Street Fighter character?
Guile.
I don't just mean because of their moveset. I mean, who do you think, to you, is the best Street Fighter character?
Guile.
Oh, character.
Most interesting?
Character. Character.
Not my favorite.
Charlie.
Not who I'm good with.
That's right.
Most interesting.
That's
Oro is the character from Street Fighter 3. He is a fucking one-armed
I know what
man.
he's gonna say.
You think he's got one arm, right? He's this old-ass guy. He's like 130 or so years old, right? He's fucking amazing. He fights in the tournament with everybody with one arm bandaged up because if he took his second arm out, it wouldn't be fair. He's that good. He's that good. His whole thing is he's like, I'm about to die. I just need to find somebody that's strong enough or interesting enough that I want to teach and pass on because my dick is so huge in fighting, no one can fucking challenge me.
He's that nasty yellow dude that looks like a bowl of mashed potatoes.
Wait, who's the guy with the long? Who's the guy with the fucking beak face?
Huh?
Yeah, probably him. Yellow guy with the big ass nose.
Yeah, with the big ass
Necro.
nose.
It could be Necro as well.
Yeah, one of those two. It could be. You could be thinking of Necro or Oro, but
And there's a lot of big nose people.
Yeah, Oro's got tattered rags, but his story's great.
he's fucking cool.
Okay. So who do you go with? You still stick with Guile?
Yeah,
Why? Because his brother died in the war?
because I like Guile.
Yeah.
He's got a funny haircut.
Yeah.
Because he's got a filthy haircut.
He's got a backwards
Where are you,
American
Matt?
flag tattoo on his bicep. It's great.
Wooly might roll his eyes at first, but there's a specific thing, is that there's a character I already like his moveset, but it's the one thing that makes him the most interesting, is that in Street Fighter 3 there's Alex, who's just basically like a basic grappler, like I'm a tough guy. There's this one part of his story which is so stupid, which he is, I need to get revenge because my mentor got beaten up by the boss of Street Fighter 3, Gil. And then he goes, I'm gonna beat him up for you, man. And his master, Tom, looks a lot like Jean Reno, the actor. And then his master goes, no, it's okay. I got beaten pretty handily, and I'm gonna recover.
It was a fair fight.
I should be fine. I'm gonna beat him up. I don't care. He goes, no, don't do that. You're gonna get killed. I'm out the door, and runs out. And that's where stupidity becomes
Like
an actual
pseudo macho man.
A
character
motivator.
trait.
Yeah.
It becomes a character trait. I'm so stupid and bullet.
Right.
Like you say, Zangief is I'm a big stupid Russian wrestler, and that's basically all he is, and that's fine. But this is where it actually became a bit of story, where it's like I'm so stupid.
It's why he shows up.
It's why he shows up.
I love and hate Alex at the same time.
Yeah, and he was kind of trying to be pushed as the main character. It didn't quite pan out.
Oh, he's fun. He's still cool. He's solid.
It's because he's a motion, charge character, grappler, all that shit all at the same time. But that's too technical. Whatever. Frame data.
Yeah, boxes.
What was your
What
favorite?
box is going around?
I mean,
Go back to that.
I'm not really a big Street Fighter fan because I'm shitty at those games.
But just on observation of the characters.
I like the intro where it shows that guy Cody breaking out of prison just because he can, so he can fight people.
I like this guy.
Cody was my favorite character for a long time.
He's bored. You're fucking
Yeah,
boring
exactly.
him.
I love his. Yeah, he's a smash. It's like.
Well, that's a lot like with Oro too. I mean, he's fucking.
Yeah.
Do you ever see?
He also wanders back into the prison when he's
he likes it there.
Have you ever seen Kung Fu Hustle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that,
That
one
guy,
with the old
yeah.
guy at the end, the Beast.
Yeah. He's got
that was
this-
always perfect. Like he just wanted to like fight somebody.
He's got a great taunt where like he has handcuffs on and he opens the handcuff, like flexes his wrist like and then puts it back on.
yeah.
Like shit like that. It's great.
We had a panel earlier this week. It'd be cool, like if we had known, like it would be interesting for you guys to have seen it, because what we did is that we took the old Street Fighter cartoon, the USA cartoon that aired.
Oh man, what a piece of shit!
What a piece of shit! And it was kind of the genesis of
What a charming piece of shit!
That's what I was gonna say. Is that like I love it to death, even though it's terrible, because it was the genesis.
If you
of
knew
our
how many
whole-
times people called me that, but yeah. Anyways, go on.
No, that cartoon is so great, but it's like you can't recommend it to anybody. It's like you have to hold it close to your
I
heart.
would actually recommend certain things, but it was kind of the genesis of even why I would even put stuff on YouTube. I was like, no one has any bits of this stupid piece of relic history on YouTube yet. There's the intro on, of course, retrojunk.com. Check them out today. But no one had anything else, and I put it on there, and we did a thing where I'm like, you know what? Let's like have as a secondary panel event. We're going to commentate over this episode.
Yeah.
And one of them was an episode based on Final Fight, and Cody was in it. And the interpretation of Cody in this version was quite different, where he's just this hot-headed redneck who loves to like do nothing without any plan. And he's like, huh! And he's always out of breath, and he does this voice that's so amazing. Like he's always gone up 16 flight of stairs, no matter what he's doing. He's like, huh! Where's my Jessica? Where's you taking her? And they're like, Cody, you can't be the one on this mission. Everyone in this town knows you. This is going to be a terrible thing. No, you gotta let me do it, sir. Like he sounds like he's fucking 8 years old. And I had a blast as commentating over this thing, and everyone just laughed stopped at it, and it's just the weirdest time, such a narrow band of time. How this would even be created.
I say that the videos that you cut and put up on YouTube way many years ago were responsible for getting that bison yes clip
you know that meme?
out into everybody's mind.
This animated
No one
bison
really knew about
going,
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It all came from this show.
Hey, wasn't that dude just trying to use Indiegogo to get his house back or something?
I don't think so.
No, he most definitely. His daughter was like, you
Oh,
bison.
the voice actor! You're right. The
Yeah.
voice actor was.
Oh shit!
Yeah. You might remember my dad from that bison meme. We're looking to raise $1 million because we owe 30 grand on our house.
That was a
That
real
is
thing.
so like stretching your tendons as far as they can go to try to get some of that sweet cheddar.
Who's your favorite Street Fighter?
You know,
I'm
a Scorpion.
yeah.
I'm also partial to Skullomania, but he's not around.
I mean, besides
This is right here. Stamper, man.
Cammy and fucking her face.
nobody else agrees, but
No, I would say
people agree.
Blanca is the one. I don't know, because I think of myself as like a hairy beast.
yeah, all right.
And like a weird mix of like Scooby Doo.
Blanca is
It's like, ready.
That's
I don't know.
I miss my mama.
Yeah, I don't know. There was just something about him, like,
Yeah.
he was like a distance guy, but he was also, if you got too close, he could also do his thing as well.
Oh yeah, that.
And there was just something about the mix of his skill set, and like his story was always so weird. Like he crashed in Brazil as a pilot or something.
Oh yeah.
That
was like
so broken.
No, he's my main. Like I play Blanca.
No,
in my
he had
games.
like
He's
the weirdest fucking he didn't really have there was no depth to, and he was like a fucking B movie character. You know what I mean? But for some reason, I don't know. I found him really endearing.
When you get it, I was finding out some of the details of the backstory too, and it's like he's actually a ginger because he has orange hair.
Yeah, no, right.
Right,
Yeah.
and then living in the jungle and shit. Like he. All right, I get you, Matt.
no.
No, living in the jungle, like he would cover his body in mud and dirt and shit
Yeah.
to blend in,
Yeah.
and then eventually something like the chlorophyll affected his skin and it made him green.
Not according to that piece of shit movie.
Yeah, I thought
And
he
then-
got he got raped by eels or something.
And then no, the eels taught him
said
how to
piece of
use
shit.
electric.
Oh
power.
right, yeah, that.
Yeah, and so
But that's what I mean. It's such a B movie
it's so
story.
dumb.
No,
and then he meets his mom in his ending in Street Fighter 2,
Yeah.
and it's like this bracelet you gave me when I was
Yeah.
And it's this giant metal slave anklet on his foot.
But he's been carried the whole time.
And it's like your mom locked you in chains.
That's right, 'cause he
and
was
that's what you
beast.
remember.
Willie, the reason why I started because I thought you were going to go into the original design for Blanca that was put alongside Fubaz.
Oh, no. I don't like that's. So originally,
This seems like a
Yeah, I don't
pretty.
even know what you're talking about.
okay, originally Blanca's design, he wasn't a green monster man. He was black.
So Blanca was more.
But that's the only thing.
Dark,
Yeah.
black man
Neg
with chains
You
around.
said Blacka, and then you went to
Oh yeah, Blanca. That would have been better.
really, man.
I'm not always sitting here with fucking black jokes on my head, Stamper. God.
He had chains wrapped around his whole body and he escaped. And it was him biting down on a chain as his portrait.
I remember
Loose in
that.
the jungle.
Whoa.
And that was that character.
Oh my God.
If you search a little hard, you can find scans of these drawings are just on the internet somewhere.
They're my
this-
new favorite. I'm sorry, that would have made him even better. The fact that you got this character, it's like Django and chains, the Blacka and chains.
Yeah, but he's in the jungle.
Yeah, kicking ass, electrocuting people.
That was the same pass, though, of sketches where Dalsim was just an elephant-headed, six-armed fucking...
That's cool.
And, it was and that's the fighter you'd use was just fucking Shiva.
Yeah, those concept sketches are crazy.
It's insane. There's one that's never seen the light of day. That was the character DJ, right?
Yeah.
Originally,
I love DJ too.
Yeah,
I
the
still
original
love his music. Yes.
The original design.
Yeah, dude.
The artist just said basically the Americans that changed DJ to what he is today, they got the original concept and saw some crazy Mr. Popo shit and were just like, this is so racist. We can't let anyone know about this. Here's this alternate character.
There's no
Please use
image
that.
of this of this concept than the original version. There's no one can
Just the Phantom controversy.
It was
that we've
deemed
heard.
too racist for Earth.
Wow.
Yeah, just Japan not knowing, not understanding.
One of the bits I liked about DJ was back in his old Sprite work, it had Maximum up his leg.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it flips.
genius.
It's absolutely genius. So no matter if it goes from the first person to the second person side, it still says Maximum.
Those letters are all reversible both ways.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's such a smart thing.
Yeah.
Also, back to Blanca, he's the very first Street Fighter character I ever saw at a Pizza Hut when they had arcade cabinets in Pizza Huts. He was the very first Street Fighter character I ever saw. I walked by the cabinet and I saw Blanca biting the shit out of Chun-Li's head.
On the box art, on the art.
Not the art, but the screen.
Looping.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was the very first time I saw Street Fighter. It was Blanca.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say I first saw Blanca when I walked into a pizza place.
Pizza Hut, hanging out there at a fucking pizza.
Looks really good.
And he gave me a
I
slice of
fucking
pizza.
love Blanca. That's it. The end.
He put his finger out and shocked my pee-pee. And
Yeah, he was like, "Zow."
In the Street Fighter cartoon I mentioned before, Blanca is played super serious as like a tragic Shakespearean
Wait,
character.
like Beast?
Yes, much like
and
Beast.
he's voiced by he's the same voice as Dinobot from Beast Wars, like identical.
So they're
Scott
basically
McNeil.
making him Beast of the X-Men. Like,
Yes.
he's like, I'm a beast on the outside, but inside I read
You
books.
literally just quoted an episode.
Oh, there we
Let
go.
me meditate. Yeah.
Let me meditate on this.
But you guys actually, you'd have a deeper relationship if you watch this cartoon because you'd realize that Blanca is actually Guile's dead best friend Charlie,
Right.
who gets turned into Blanca. So you know those two characters.
So what happens when Charlie
Closer.
fights Blanca?
They have. Well, they're both. Well, Charlie's not in. Like Charlie is Blanca in the cartoon.
Yes, but in the game, if you have Charlie versus Blanca,
I don't think that Japan took this.
in the game, you could have Ryu versus Ryu. It doesn't really fucking matter all that much.
damn it.
Damn it.
Dama. Okay, hold on. Does anyone know what this phrase is from? Dama is it? Probably not.
The Simpsons?
No, it's from the original
Family Guy.
Soul.
Forrest Gump.
The first Soul.
Rugrats.
Soul
Blade?
Soul Blade. The first one.
Yeah.
Arnold.
It was one of the guys, and his phrase was in his Japanese phrase. I have no idea what it means, but he was like Dama easy. It just sounded like damn easy when I played it.
Soul Blade for PS1.
It was the first Soul game that they ever had.
Soul Edge.
Yeah, it's Soul Edge and Soul Blade. Yeah.
Yeah, they're called the two different things depending on.
I think it was the nunchuck guy in the first one.
No one quotes Soul Edge.
Long
Everyone
D,
quotes
I
Soul
believe.
Calibur.
I'm sorry, Dama Eze was easily one of the first things that I
Eze.
listened to again and again and again because that was just my
that
time.
cadence.
I'm old, okay?
Dude, no.
Get it? I
No.
get it. All right.
It came out in the 90s, not old.
98 or something.
That is one of the best
Great.
ever.
You know
Touchant.
what? The whole Soul series was really good with their intros. I really appreciated their intros.
I got
all around.
more enjoyment out of watching the intro on loop than I did playing.
I
the
will
fucking
say
game.
that the Soul
Yeah.
series always made Rock seem like he was just so much better than he ever fucking was. He was a
Yeah.
cheap character that you could he was like the Jack of Tekken. Like, you know, like he had like some big moves. But like, what was the other guy? Ostrich or whatever? Astaroth. Yeah. They were
Ostrich.
basically like fucking
Asterix
like
and
Rock
Obelix.
and Asterisk, you know.
Like, speaking of just the current shit, like Rock, I found out was also voiced by the guy who did Alucard in Symphony of the Night. Robbie.
Bobby?
Yeah, he voiced Rock in Soul Blade as well.
What?
Yeah, Bango.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember. Wow.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Small ass world, man.
Yeah, I mean, I told him point blank that I thought that Symphony of the Night was one of my favorite games ever, and he was like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling when you have like a voice actor that like chooses just like a job, and it's like sure, it's like I'm sure he like did his best and all that, but when
Right.
it has a personal connection to you, and the person's like it's like
Well, no,
it
it's
took me
so
an
true.
hour.
It's not their fault there's a personal connection to you.
Well, right, because you played the game for a fucking 1,000 hours.
Exactly.
He was in the booth for fucking 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, and that's why, like, I guess I'll drop the bomb that to me it was a fucking nuclear bomb. Like, I couldn't believe it. He's like, yeah, so when I recorded recorded those lines. I didn't even know the game came out till like 2008.
Yeah.
He just recorded it and fucking went about his life.
Yeah.
And that was it. And it's like, yo, Alucard is it's one of the biggest fucking known things. And just like, yeah, no, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, people like that? That came out? Oh, interesting.
Nice to know.
Yeah.
Get to get closure on that chapter of my life.
And then back to Third Strike, the dude that did he voiced Hugo and Q, maybe a couple other guys. He died a long time ago, and it's like, okay.
Oh, really?
That's all done and over with, so it's like, I never knew who the fuck he was. We're all done
I
with
was
that.
just using
bummer.
some of his voice samples, like Hugo, because when we did the cartoon thing,
Pay your respects, man.
Hugo appears in the cartoon, so I just put like I'm number one and like Bazzigan and put it all over.
Gone. He's over a stone right
Hugo,
now.
Sorry, I totally was just not blanking out. But Hugo's the Andre the Giant character.
Yes,
exactly, yeah.
You're blonking out.
I'm Blanca now. Oh my God,
That's
damn,
the best in the
man.
face ever.
That's a 7 out of 10 easy.
I'm a meta.
You just fucking farted that out like nothing.
Totally.
Good job.
I fucking like anytime there's more like games that come out that have like Ryu or other characters in them. I just want to hear the guy that recorded Hadouken talking,
Yeah.
being a normal person,
Yeah.
and like then like so like games like Namco X Capcom and shit where they come out. I'm just like, it's so weird to hear like a full speech out of Ryu. Yeah, but I love that. You know, it's great.
Yeah.
Give a little more range than like one move.
The super compression adds so much charm for some reason.
Of course, for
the
any
most
one
part, they
particular
always
move.
do a good
It's not
job.
even English anymore. It's
I know,
just
but
it's like a magical
It's really
curse.
pleasing though. I don't know why.
Me and my cousins, we used to yell Madouken at everybody.
Hadouken.
Tight,
That's just the cake.
Yeah.
Even when you're eating like food, you're just like, it's fun.
What does Raiden say when he does this fucking like?
Yeah,
Oh,
that.
Bakarakata!
Yeah.
Or whatever, I don't know.
Those guys were going ape shit. I don't even think it was a language. All that nonsense.
It got to the point where in MK4 they actually started saying gibberish sentences. Like when they grab you, they go, "No, I'm gonna throw you over there."
And if you slow down the sound clip, you can hear like them like telling secrets where things are buried in their backyard.
Yeah.
You know,
Like I'd like some pound cake actually being used.
yeah. That's what it is.
I don't
like
know,
some
I-
pound cake.
That's sweet, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't super impressed with. I was watching Mortal Kombat recently, just like
The movie?
yeah, and I love that movie. Stands up to
my
time,
God.
in my opinion.
It's shocking.
Especially the first 20 minutes are amazing, like the intro, because they
When they
use
all
all
get
these.
there.
Well, they use all these practical sets, which are really fucking great. They're not using like the
Wait,
you know,
Mortal
the plaster
Kombat?
fucking Mortal Kombat.
Isn't that like a critically hated movie?
Should
No,
because I love it.
The second
For a video game movie,
The
it
first
does
was
its job, man.
Mortal Kombat was a great movie.
The first one is considered a guilty pleasure. The second one is like this critical disaster.
yeah. But the first one, especially
The second one
first-
is a fucking travesty.
The intro to the first Mortal Kombat, like all the practical sets that they had, like real sets, like the temples and that Hollywood set they had for Johnny Cage and like all this fucking shit. It's beautiful.
I wouldn't call Mortal Kombat a guilty pleasure. I'd call it a decent movie. It's
No,
actually
but
not
like,
bad at all.
no, I wouldn't. Because as a kid, when I
Ninja
saw,
Turtles 2 is a guilty pleasure.
I went to go see Stargate, right? And
Yeah.
Stargate, they had the trailer for Mortal Kombat, and all I could think about while watching Stargate was like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
And then when I saw it, I still loved it. And then I remember going back to high school when the new semester would start, and just go, "Jay, you guys see Mortal Kombat?" Everyone's like, "No, play sports and listen to rap music." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh," you know, like.
So I
my
recently
glasses.
watched it.
Man,
and
you got
it
shitty friends, dude. My friends were like,
it's-
yeah.
it's- still stands up.
I didn't have any friends. then.
Fucking love it. There was something about Mortal Kombat that bothered me that I was going to bring up because I
Was
thought
it the
about-
fact that Sub-Zero gets beaten by a bucket of fucking water?
Well,
Was it the fact
no.
that the scorpion spear came out of the palm of his hand?
Yeah,
And it had a
there's
little
something
face on it that
creepy.
went,
Yeah. No, it did weird me out that like Katana's over in the corner like use the element that brings life, and he's sitting there getting in a fight, and finally he's like, oh, there's a bucket of water, life. It's like, dude, use the bucket of water, and he'd be like, all right, yeah, let's do it.
Put that fucking Fu Manchu accent with it too. Use
Yeah.
the element. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it was just like she's just stroking her beard. She got all now, son?
And then it's like, oh, you love.
Well,
you love
she's
some-
10,000 years old. They keep trying to harp on that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was kind of geared at
deal.
kids at the time, right? That's what
I don't think so
Violent?
because there was. I mean, it had violence. I mean, there was piercing through you.
Well, yeah, but you can't deny that at
Broken
the time,
necks and-
the target demographic was like kids.
I think.
It was
I think it was. I think it was like it was teenagers,
Not
and
adults,
kids.
but older kids.
Right. So I think it was older kids and then kids who weren't supposed to watch the movie, who got to watch the movie and be like, "Oh my god, I get to watch Mortal Kombat."
The most amazing thing to come out of Mortal Kombat the movie is the actor that played Kano. His Australian interpretation became
Oh, yeah,
the
it did.
facto way that
It
they
is. Yeah.
portray
That
Kano
is
now.
true.
Like, imagine if in the fucking Street Fighter Van Damme movie they're like,
Yeah.
you know what, Guile should be French from now on. That would be a sick thing. and
Yeah.
People should like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
That's the
think so.
first movie I can remember as a kid where I saw it, and it had one of those things where it ends on a note where you just start marking out